Keshe Space Travel in Fuel Plasma, presented by Man-Tim Lee, April 2017. My name is Man-Tim Lee. I am 65 years old, living in Singapore. I am a retired engineer, experienced in electromechanical repair and maintenance of steam sterilization equipment in hospitals. I wish to share with the knowledge seekers that I made a personal spaceship as per photographs. I achieved space travel at the fuel plasma level. At this fuel plasma level, my personal spaceship stayed in my study room. My body was in bed. Images came to me in closed eyes condition. Seconds before I opened my eyes to wake up, images appeared for 4 seconds to 30 seconds. Here are the images related to space travel recorded in the last 6 months. Seeing is entertainment. Enjoy. 2016, October 21st, Friday. Seconds before I opened my eyes to wake up in the morning, I saw a big crater. In the background, there was an overlap view of a blue-green mountain with vegetation. I am not able to draw photographic quality picture. I could find close match from the internet, YouTube, for the viewer to appreciate. There was a jet spray of water. A spring shot out from the crater. A truly stunning view. This image gave me a 4-second personal experience of space travel, visit to Mars. 2016, October 23rd, Sunday. This morning, shortly before I opened my eyes, I saw a flyby view of a volcano. While the volcano got near, I noticed one edge was straight, and it carved into a 2 stories, 4 units shelter. I said to myself, there is nobody. Then a black shiny face head appeared, with mouth moving, yet I did not hear a word. At the end of the image, a display appeared. I am still here. Interestingly, the being's face was shiny black, and there were double cone features on top of the head. What a surprise to see an instantaneous communication response. My intention was to tell myself, go to Mars and come back. 2016, November 5th, Saturday. This morning, I got the longest image in motion, like a video playback for 30 seconds. As soon as I awoke, it was like I slept under a bunch of tree leaves. The sunlight shone in through a hole to wake me up. Soon I found it must have been a sunspot. The image blanked out. A display said, "Leave hot," meaning it is hot, please leave. Image blanked out. Then I saw two clouds, one shaped like a fan, the other like a ball. It appeared like I was flying by it at a distance. Two clouds moved very slowly. For 5 seconds, it had hardly moved at all. 5 seconds later, the clouds moved a bit like so. 5 seconds later, as the image flickered, the clouds developed a ring. By the time the ring was filled up, I could recognize it as a yin-yang, a Tai Chi formation. After the point source light receded, the dark portion, the yin of the Tai Chi, was filled up into a full white disk, a yang. A few wriggling lights appear on the rim. Clockwise along the disk edge, formed a corona of the star. It was a star formation. A beam of light shot out clockwise and returned to the corona. Again, another beam shot out and continued to develop an outer ring, which had thickness. A planet was formed along the ring. Moments later, another beam shot out from the corona in anti-clockwise direction and returned to the corona. Once again, another beam shot out, returned, and again continued to sweep through the outer ring. A planet was formed at the field interaction of the beam and the return. A second planet formed at the anti-clockwise sweep. A third planet was formed at the interaction of the outer ring. Wow, these images illustrated a star and 3 planets formation, displayed in 30 seconds. 2016, November 13, Sunday. This morning, I saw a spaceship zoom by. It was like flying at night. I asked myself whether I could see my own spaceship flying in space. So, I did a mapping of my spaceship field with an alternating current AC tester pen. The field could be detected some 3 cm, 15 cm, 20 cm, and 30 cm away from the coils, and from the GAN's liquid plasma ping-pong balls. As the field mapping confirmed it, the spaceship in the previous slide was the answer. My spaceship, that was. 2016, November 16, Wednesday. I saw an extraterrestrial ET being sitting inside a stone cave. The cave wall had some stone cubes sticking out that indicated the cave was modified by hand. The ET was sitting in the cave on the ground, and then the right hand raised, curved to grip, like a ET tried to catch something. Interestingly, after the image, I got a flash image of the ET. It was a pear-shaped face. I found close resemblance from YouTube internet. This was called the Gray. 2016, November 30th, Wednesday. This morning, before I opened my eyes, I saw a few twinkling stars in space. After a few twinkles, suddenly a star shot out a jet, like a water hose would do. At the end of the jet, it flared out like a trumpet flower with 5 petals. While the jet blew, it also transversed in space, flashing slowly, 1 picture per 5 seconds. At the center of that trumpet, it displayed a pentagon, like a house. A few seconds later, it displayed a flickering figure, legs in new down position, arms hang folded to the abdomen. Only the elbows were lighted up. Seconds later, the figure solidified into white color. The elbow was traced out an arc. My 30 seconds display was then over. I could deduce from this image a scenario. The figure would shape-shift, transform into an UFO, and travel in space. 2016, December 19th, Monday. This morning, before I woke to open my eyes, I saw this image with 1 sharp mountain in front and 2 gray-white smooth-top mountains far away. On the ground, there was a sweeping scan, like tucking on a carpet would do. The scanning light swept through, showing there were cubical artifacts underground. The smooth-top mountains, I recognized it as the moon. The image was a space travel to the moon, see-through view. 2016, December 26, Monday. This morning, I saw a satellite view from high above, looking down on a very long geological fault line, miles long, a cracked line on the ground. In an elliptical spot, the light was brighter, showing in sandy yellow color, like a side of a canyon. My intention was, go to Mars and come back. This image was space travel to Mars. From the internet, YouTube, I could find a photograph with similar geological feature on Mars. Date 2017, January 30th, Monday. This morning, I saw in close eye condition a flat horizon, white color on the ground. There were 2 grayish color, conical-shaped mountains in the foreground. Up on the black sky, there was an eclipse of planet Earth. Interestingly, the eclipse was downside up, converse of the moon eclipse. This image was space travel, visit to the moon. February 12, Sunday. This morning, I saw in closed eye condition a large white spaceship. Its aerodynamic curved surfaces spoke for itself. There was a dark black space background. In the midsection, it was like a convertible, open spaceship that I could look to the other side of it. There was a pile of vertical, squared, rectangular stones. 2 conical gray mountains. On the right, it was an atmospheric dome, wavy, not solid, covering to the peak, yet not fully covering the mountains. Planet Earth was in the view. After 3 seconds, it displayed in Chinese words: talk, record, valuable, collection. It meant to say, talk about it, record it. This is valuable collection. This image was scenery from the moon. Power consumption was in millionth of an ampere, μA, 0 ampere to my spaceship. Transformer input 240 volt AC, 0.35 ampere, or 84 watts consumption. Mobile power bank, 1 full charge, lasted 2 weeks. My spaceship material parts cost was Singapore dollars 150, Euro 99. Time required was 2 months. Certainly, I wish to encourage the knowledge seekers to pursue building it a personal spaceship. Achieve personal space travel at field plasma level with this simple setup. I took time to cultivate it with GANs for field plasma linkage to the outcome. Play with it. Put my palm to 1 cm above the ping pong balls to feel its cool plasma field. Look into my spaceship chamber. Put drinking water to the ductless configuration to energize my water. I do Chinese Qigong exercise in front of my spaceship. I do my study sitting beside the spaceship. My spaceship, I used 2.5 kg of 1.6 mm diameter copper wires, blower heated, sodium hydroxide nano-coated, 9 ping pong balls, sodium hydroxide nano-coated, filled with premixed GANs, 5 ml or 5 cc each of the zinc oxide, carbon dioxide, copper oxide, CH3 GANs, then fill up with tap water to the 8 ping pong balls. A 240 volt into 25 volt alternating current step-down transformer to supply 25 volt 50 Hz to 8 numbers cylindrical 27 turns 6 cm diameter magnetic coils in series connection into a double pyramid configuration with a plasma capacitor. Inside the magnetic coils, I have 8 numbers, 27 turns, 3 cm diameter gravitation coils in series with a plasma capacitor. Using 5 volt DC from a used mobile phone power bank with a plasma capacitor in parallel. Modified an USB cable to run the power bank in parallel with its battery capacitor. Plugged it back in for recharge in an infinity loop. I used a 3-bank fuse box to contain the transformer. Make it nice. Also, I can switch off to isolate the 25 volt AC to magnetic coils as necessary. From the 25 volt AC, I connect a ductless configuration McGrath single, which is a generator. When I switch off the 25 volt AC transformer, it can supply power at the plasma field level 0.12 volt AC. I added 5 cc citric acid from lemon into the composite GANs premix into the 9th ping pong ball for ductless configuration. Then tap water. Almonds connectors to complete the circuit. The front drive coil is a 81 turns McGrath coil open up into a semicircle. The rear drive is a 27 turns 10 cm diameter concentric McGrath cylindrical coils. These drive coils are powered by induction, 0.04 volt AC front, 0.05 AC back. From the 81 turns McGrath coils located on the top, the magnetic is connected to magnetic. The gravitational supply was taken from the top McGrath gravitational lead wires into a plasma battery. I got AC and DC for supply, 0.06 volt AC or 0.043 volt DC in the front, 0.09 volt AC or 0.06 volt DC at the back from the plasma batteries. The DC component is momentary, mostly 0 millivolt. The potential between front and rear drive magnetic is 1.6 volt AC. I hope those who are interested in space shall achieve the same and more. That was my spaceship video with no audio. It is a personal experience that images come inside my eyelids as a display screen. I cannot take photographs. I can only draw it out to record. Generally, it is not targeted to what I see. I make a wish, say to myself, go to Mars and come back. Image responses were diversified topics. Seeing is entertainment. Interpret the image's contents carefully. Give rise to knowledge. These are my spaceship cans. These are plastic bottles as coil support for my spaceship. These are the dimensions of the wood frame for my spaceship. This is the AC circuitry for my spaceship magnetic coils. This is the DC gravitational circuit for my spaceship. These are the AC and DC circuits for my spaceship, front drive and rear drive. I have other videos uploaded to YouTube to share with the knowledge seekers on personal spaceship. My personal spaceship, space travel in field plasma level. My personal spaceship, theories in the design. My personal spaceship, extension to meta-state flight. To those who be interested in space, I wish the knowledge seekers to achieve the same and more. This completes my presentation. Thank you, Mr. Keshe, for the public teachings. Thank you, Armand, for the connector idea. Thank you, Douglas, for the generator configuration idea. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, knowledge seekers. Thank you, my mom. Thank you, my wife, Doris. Have a good day. Peace to the world.